We drove to the show a day early so we could kind of sleep in and chillax and go handle material shopping. So today was Thursday. Got lots of beautiful woods, some fossilized walrus ivory and mother of pearl, and I even got a cool piece of stone downstairs that I got to pick up still. Also went around and got to meet a bunch of people and scout out where my table was and make a plan for setting up tomorrow and getting a general feel. We also went out and had some really yummy street taco style Mexican fare that was really delicious and really spicy. Tomorrow we're gonna go down and get set up and have a long day of blade show. It's 11 o'clock at night on Friday. What an incredible show today was. I got to meet so many of you guys from YouTube and got to see old friends and meet tons of new ones. It was a busy day. Got down to the show at about 8 o'clock, set up, was ready to go for all the VIPs and stuff, non-stop. I probably sat down for a total of 15 minutes all the way up until like 6 o'clock when the show ended. It was cram-packed, but absolutely amazing. We just got back, had an amazing Cajun dinner here in Atlanta. It was so good. I am exhausted. I don't know if I'm gonna make it through Saturday and Sunday, but we'll find out. Saturday was such a long day that at the end of it, we didn't even do the little video interview to talk about it because we were so exhausted and just zonked out in bed. It was so amazing. We met so many people on Saturday. I absolutely loved it. There was times though where I almost felt like I had to step away from the table for a minute because there was constantly somebody there talking about knives and talking about YouTube and everything. It was absolutely amazing. In the evening, we went to the pit and hung out in there for a little while, and then on top of that we all wanted to go to Cheesecake Factory, so we went there, and there was a humongous long wait and everything for that. So by the time we went to Cheesecake Factory and got all done with that, got our belly full of cheesecake and delicious food, it was like 11 o'clock, went back to the hotel and zonked out immediately. In the past at the Blade Show, I would take like a lunch break and go have a Subway or something like that. But this time it was different. There was so many people that wanted to come by the table and I wanted to meet everybody that there was no time for even lunch. So by the evenings I was normally very weak and very hungry, and we ate very good food pretty much every night we were there, which was really fun for me because I love trying food I haven't had before. It was really nice this year having my family there with me, so if I wanted to leave the table, I didn't have to clear it all off and put the knives under and didn't have to worry about anything getting stolen because Mom, Dad, and my brother Josh were all at the show with me, and we took turns kind of hanging out at the table, so there was pretty much always somebody there that could to talk to people as they went by and everything, so that was really good. Traditionally, Sunday's a little bit slower at knife shows, but there were still a lot of people at the Blade Show this year coming by to talk about knives and family and YouTube and the whole gambit. But I did want to make a little bit of time to go around and see a few makers that I know and say hi and see their work and everything, so I slipped away from the table to meet up with a few people, and that normally really encourages me and helps me get inspired to go back home and make knives and stuff too, so I was able to do that, which was really nice. And I got around and saw a couple people, didn't get time to see too many because the Blade Show is a really big place. At about 2 o'clock, the show ended. We packed up and started the 12-hour drive home. We had a nice, uneventful drive home, and I ended up getting home about, I don't know, 3 in the morning or so by the time we added a couple extra stops and stuff on there. And then I slept all day pretty much the next day. I was so exhausted. So most of Monday, I slept, woke up, ate a little bit, went back and slept some more. There's a bunch of highlights from the show, and one of them is all these stickers that I was able to get from a bunch of different people. I've got that cabinet that kind of sits behind me when we're on the YouTube videos, and I'm kind of slowly trying to cover it in a bunch of different Knifemaker stickers and everything. So we got a bunch of different ones here. Another highlight was getting to test out Bladesmith's sharpening system. I used my little folder that I always carry and sharpened it, and then my brother had this knife that he won in a chili competition that I made a couple years ago, and I also used that on their sharpening system because I wanted to try and see how it felt using one of my custom knives, and it was really, really nice. So I'm looking forward to trying that more in the future. Another highlight was Ilya gave me one of his massive forging hammers. Handmade, and he also signed it, so this thing is really cool, and I'm looking forward to trying to learn how to use it properly and definitely giving it a good swing. Another highlight of the show was meeting Sergio. He's the vice president of Black Horse Forge, and they get veterans out in the shop and teach them how to make knives. They've got a really cool organization going on, but he actually invited me over to his table to critique his son's knives. His son's name is Easton, and he had two pieces at the show. One was hand forged and one wasn't. His son is only 10 years old, and he has dreams of becoming the youngest journeyman and the youngest mastersmith in history. And right now he's young enough to go for that if he builds up his skill in time. So I looked over his knives. His son wasn't at the show, but he videoed my critique. I told him things that I liked about the knife and then critiqued on things that he could work on for the next one. So that was definitely one of the major highlights of the show for me, was getting to do that. I really wanted to support his son too, so I went ahead and bought one of his pieces because I remember how I would have liked somebody to do that when I first started making knives. Every time somebody bought one of my knives, it was like an incredible motivation boost. So I really liked his knife and what he's going for and wanted to support that. So I've got this sweet little piece here. It was super exciting to see some knives made by somebody that was only 10 years old and to hear what he wanted to do with it in the future. And I'm definitely going to be watching Easton's career with excited eyes for sure. If you guys want to follow Easton's journey to become the youngest mastersmith, then check him out on Instagram and give him a follow and give him your support, because I think it's really cool he's going for such a big achievement at such a young age. The biggest highlight of the show for me was getting to meet so many of you guys at the show and your overwhelming encouragement and support to not only me, but my brother Josh and my mom and my dad and everything we're doing together as a family. You all have been so encouraging and supportive, and it was really, really awesome to meet so many of you at the Blade Show. I will see you in the next video. May the forge be with you. Bye-bye. Blade 2021 is over. It's time for a coffee break. You know it's good. Sticker here, sticker here, sticker here, sticker here, sticker here. Can't get the backer off. Sticker here and sticker here. Nope, I'm just gonna stick it like right here.